Backdrop, let's welcome back in the chairman of the Republican National Committee, Reince Priebus. Reince, I've on the campaign trail had my share of dust-ups with newspapers. Maybe in the final analysis there was an editorial board or two I should have avoided. But what about this notion, especially in view of the fact that a lot of those same papers have endorsed her opponent, Bruce Braley?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think Joni Ernst is out on some 90-some county tour of Iowa. She's been doing it, and it's really important in Iowa. I think if people understand the politics in Iowa, it's very much people-centered, and there's lots of meetings, lots of listening sessions. People are very used to the personal touch, and so I think, she was somewhere like three-quarters of the way across the state. But the point is, you're going to get the endorsement of the Des Moines Register anyway. I mean, so you have to kind of calculate as a candidate, well, do I leave, what I'm doing and where I'm going to go back and sit down for an hour or whatever it's going to be in front of the Des Moines Register and sit here and get grilled by an editorial board that has no intention of ever endorsing me in a million years? Well, no, I'm going to keep campaigning. I mean, I don't know what's so unreasonable about that. In fact, we all know it's not unreasonable. The fact of the matter is Hillary Clinton's defending a guy who went down to Texas and with a pocket camera told a group of trial lawyers that if you don't elect me as senator, you're going to end up with an Iowa farmer that's not a lawyer as your next senator. Listen, you don't take jabs at Grassley in Iowa, and you don't make fun of Iowa farmers of all people if you're running for office. And as our mothers used to tell us, character is how you act when you don't think anyone's watching. Well, that's Bruce Bailey, and I don't know about you, JD, but in Wisconsin, if you go running around and making fun of cheese and the Green Bay Packers and Miller Lite beer, you're not in the conversation, Republican or Democrat. I don't know how this guy's even competitive making fun of farmers in Iowa.
Fair enough. Reince Priebus, we appreciate your insights and analysis. Look forward to speaking with you again real soon. Speaking of Iowa, we're going to continue to take a look at different races around the country. This morning, our Newsmax election team takes a look at the race for the House in Iowa's 3rd congressional district.
When Iowa Representative Tom Latham announced his retirement last year, Democrats saw a chance to take back the 3rd congressional district, especially since they had already found a candidate to inspire a key demographic, women, not just at home, but nationwide. Stacey Appel, who is a mother of 6, was applauded by Time magazine for running, saying Congress lacks representation from young mothers. And as a former state senator, Appel has the political experience to get the job done. Republicans struggled a bit in picking their candidate. Iowa State Senator Brad Zahn won the most votes on primary day, but not enough to keep the race from being decided by a special nominating committee. That committee tapped David Young to run instead. Though he's never held office, Young has had an insider's view of Capitol Hill. He worked for 7 years as Senator Chuck Grassley's chief of staff. So who will prevail? According to political analysts, this race is a toss-up. Polls are limited. Both candidates at times have held a lead, where Appel is already winning fundraising. Her war chest is considerably more full, giving her plenty of ammo heading into the home stretch. Firepower she'll probably need as the Republicans look to capitalize on what some called a lackluster debate performance.
For the latest on this race and others amidst this campaign, go to our parent website, Newsmax.com, and be sure to join us here on Newsmax TV on election night for our special live coverage of the midterms. You decide.